and welcome everybody. This is your host Learbach, and you're just in time for another post-commentary episode of Tron 2.0. Okay, so you're probably wondering why I'm doing another post-commentary episode. Or you're probably trying to guess why, at least. You know, just basically crap happened. I had the audio for this one. I had everything done. I even had the video done and everything. And I did a stupid thing where I actually quit out the game before I quit my video recording software. Now, normally what ends up happening is that I end up destroying the video, because it doesn't save the video format properly, whatever. I don't exactly know what Bandicam does to make that happen, but it happened. And so I ended up deleting the audio. I didn't immediately delete the video for some reason. I don't know why. And so I went on to Bandicam to try to re-record the episode the next day, because this is one of those days where it kept crashing. This game has a tendency of this somewhere, not during this fight right here, but after the fights just start randomly crashing in the next section. So I was like, I'll try again for tomorrow and all that stuff. And so I close off Bandicam, I go to bed. Tomorrow night, the next night, I open up and it says, "Oh, you have a video that didn't get compiled correctly. You want Bandicam to try and fix it?" It's like, sure, okay. A few minutes later, Bandicam comes up with a fixed version, and that's the version we're watching right now. It's the exact same, except it's been fixed. So, yeah, and I didn't save the audio. Yeah, that's, Here's the thing, I've had Bandicam do that once before. Or it asked me to fix something, but I decided against it. And I never saw it again. I never saw that again. Like I just said no, I didn't want it fixed this time because I wanted to redo it anyway. But like for some reason, I just never saw it again.
F-Con's got Mathria. They have the algorithms.
So yeah.
You were part of the original plan.
Anyway,
where would they have taken Mathria?
Enough of that. You guys have probably been hearing enough of my quote-unquote real-life problems, at least involving the game. If you want to talk about real-life problems, I can tell you about work and how, as of the date this is being recorded, it is the 21st of December, which means it's about 18, 19, 24 days after the release of Star Wars The Force Awakens, and I had to work the past 3 days. Today is the first day I had off, and as many of you know, I work at an AMC theater. Fortunately, it's one of the smaller ones, so it's not as bad as going to the mall. Excuse me, a little burp there. It's not as bad as say going to the mall ones or one of the bigger ones. Like it's a 9 theater. It's a 9
Let's find that data point.
Theater complex. Like our largest theater, we have one big theater that I think has 150 people. That can fit 150 people, and I think is it 150? I could be wrong.
Dad?
It may not be that much. It may not be that much. But our smallest theaters only fit about 50 people, and our second largest or second smallest, however you see it, they fit about I think 75. I'm not entirely on the math. It's somewhere around there. But anyway, this is where one of the if you're recording the game, this is where one of the glitches could happen is during that cutscene where the game will just crash. Fortunately, it didn't happen this time. I haven't had any problems this time, but this entire area is this is just glitch heavy for me. And also one thing I want to say, or not glitch heavy, but crash heavy. One thing I want to say is this particular version of the game, well, not particular version, but this particular playthrough, for some reason, my mouse just vanished. So you're seeing exactly what I'm seeing. I cannot see the mouse, except for like the little dots and little highlights for certain things. It makes for a very interesting experience. As you see, I'm trying to use stuff to kind of substitute a mouse, so I can at least try to see where everything is. I'm trying to find where my mouse is coordinate properly. But yeah, so in this area that we're in a very small area, so we don't have a whole lot of space to work with. So you kind of have to prepare accordingly. I would recommend just basically going heavy on the defense. You don't need really any attacks. The only thing you're going to be worried about in this, as far as enemies, are the finders, which there should be some. Should be seeing some right soon. Oh, right there. There we go. We got these green finders that come through those little portals there, and this. Like that area that you see us keep passing that little computer terminal, that should be. There you go. We need to turn 4 of these on. And if you're not careful, once you start turning them on, the timer starts. You gotta turn them on within a certain amount of time. And they'll automatically get turned off as fighters come in and go onto onto that platform up above and just kind of turn off the process. Right there, you can see a map. You can use the map to kind of tell you where to go. You're going to be going up and down. There's like 2 levels in this area. You're going to be going up and down these areas. One thing I would recommend you do all your searching and exploring first before you turn on any of the switches. Because the minute you start hitting switches, then things start getting stressful because you're on a time limit. Because like you start one switch, the timer for that switch starts ticking down, and you have to either stay near the switch and fight the finders that are going to come and turn it off, or you can go get other switches. And if you set this up correctly, you should be fine. But I would recommend starting on the other side of the map, and then working your way. Sorry, I'm coughing so much. My throat's dry for some reason. Like, I would recommend you start over in this section here, which is on the other side of the map. Flip that switch, go down, start this switch here, then go across to the other switch, and then go back to the beginning. That would probably be your easiest bet.
System function online. Component power consumption increased.
Oh no, sorry. My bad. You start with that one I just hit, and then you go to this one. Then you go to the other side of the one we started with, and then you go back to the beginning. So you kind of do like this little bit of a zigzag. Now I have no clue what those items are in that container. I think they're just permissions. I think you could use them to get something else. You go here and then you just kind of drop down. No? Oh, you can drop down if you want, boy. I don't remember how I'm doing this. I know this is not my first attempt, but obviously, like I said, I had a few crashes trying to do this a couple times. But those, I died a lot. I died a lot to those.
Don't do this. I need energy to operate.
Yeah, once you hit that last switch, it's you're done with this area. You just go straight on to the next.
Critical systems failing due to low energy reserves.
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough. I'll help you. Make your way.
You have a few seconds of the OS kind of complaining that they're using up power, and
You're not gonna send me to some remote Russian satellite, are you?
It's tempting, but no. I just want you off my system.
Here goes nothing.
not gonna send me some remote Russian satellite, are you? No. But then again, you have no reason to trust me, so It's actually a mod. I'm trying to remember for Tron 2 or for Tron 2.0. It's a mod that has a completely new story and everything. One of the missions does actually send you to a Russian satellite to get information. I don't know why I'm waiting so long for this. There we go. Okay. I must have been saying something particularly poignant, you know, as I normally do. Because I am a man of many things to say, and obviously, I just want people to hear them. And they okay. I'm not even gonna try to pull that off. I am not. I am like most of what I say is not really important.
It'll be a piece of cake.
Grid access terminated.
So here's where we're gonna start getting into. I think we stop dealing with viruses as much in this, and we start dealing with a lot more. I'm not sure if I want to call them frustrating enemies. I don't remember them being frustrating, but they are powerful enemies. I think this might be the first time I'm actually fully armed. I fully got a full set of defense. Excuse me. Sorry for the coughing. Again, throat's dry. I mean, I did just drink some tea before doing this, so that might be the reason why. I don't remember. Oh, I was experimenting with the having no mouse, trying to, looking at what weapons. I'm trying to remember. I think Suffusion is really good when you fully power it up. But I don't use it much because like with a lot of games in this era, like a lot of shotgun-esque weapons aren't that great.
Can you tell me how to access a modulator socket?
Currently, it's not possible.
Sorry if you heard that. That's my
When do you expect the
moving
data
some
streams
stuff
to be
around.
back online?
The bit is missing to get into the control room. Otherwise, I would reset the data streams myself.
So, 12 minutes in, I've already run out of stuff to talk about. I could talk about how I've been hearing nothing but good things about Star Wars, yet I haven't been able to see it, despite the fact that everyone's been asking me if I've seen it already. Obviously, one of my coworkers is actually told me if I hear one more person asks me if I've already seen Star Wars, I'm gonna flip out on them. I'm like sitting here like I was sitting here laughing my butt off the whole time. I'm laughing my butt off at that because like I understand like, they're asking because they want to know if we've seen it because I work in theater, so therefore my coworker would explicitly work at a theater too, so they were wondering if we got like pre-screening and stuff like that because some theaters do that. Ours didn't, unfortunately, so I did not get to see Star Wars before anyone else. It would have been great. Though I imagine my opinions on the movie would be much the same as anyone else's. I did get to see a little bit of the end of it yesterday, and without spoiling anything, I will say this: good guys win, bad guys lose. J.J. Abrams does some very J.J. Abrams-y things. So if you've seen Star Trek, you know what I'm talking about. If you've seen Lost, you know what I'm talking about too. Like it leaves you with a lot of questions at the end, from what I've seen. And you're hoping that they'll get answered in the next movie. Let's see what else. Without going into spoilers, honestly, there's not a whole lot of spoilers I saw. I mean, I saw the final battle.
Checking preferences.
I mean, there were some X-wings fighting some TIE fighters.
Infested with resource all it's going to take
The big bad guy was fighting one of the Jedi, or a Jedi. I don't know. Maybe there's more than one. I don't know. I think there's more than one from what I remember from the previews. But he's fighting one of the Jedi. Which this is starting to begin to sound a lot like the original Star Wars. That's well. To be fair, that's kind of what they're aiming for, is to make it feel like the original Star Wars. Like almost to a T, it kind of felt like, just what little I saw of it. And like I said, I don't think I got any spoilers from it. You know, obviously the bad guys gonna lose, the good guys are gonna win. Obviously, some minor characters. I'm guessing some minor characters died. I'm not sure if they were minor or not. They didn't look important. They're all in X-wings, and maybe some TIE fighters. But anyway, I think now would be a good time to end this episode off, primarily because I'm reaching the end of the video. So I'll see you guys later.